there, everybody.
The start of a new year. Hope you got some nice new astronomy gear as gifts over the holidays, or maybe even a brand new shiny telescope. But whether you have new stuff or your old tried and true, we're here to help you with your stargazing fun.
So unpack your telescope and gear, set it up, and let's look at the night sky.
This month, we take a look at what is probably the most famous of all the constellations, Orion. Orion is located in the equatorial region, so it is seen in both the northern and southern hemispheres, from about 85 degrees north latitude all the way to 75 degrees south latitude. If you are in the northern hemisphere, look towards the south horizon. If you are in the southern hemisphere, look toward the north horizon. And if you are in the tropics, simply look up. Orion is visible all winter long, and one of the best times to view it is around 9 p.m. in January. Orion is between Taurus in the northern hemisphere and Eridanus in the southern hemisphere. You can't miss the 3 stars in a row, the famous Belt of Orion.
The constellation is so easy to see that almost every ancient civilization has stories about it. The name Orion comes from the Greek stories. Orion is the great hunter. The 3 stars make up his belt. His shoulder is the big bright star Betelgeuse. The big blue star, Rhydon, is his foot. He holds a shield, and the fuzzy patch below his belt is his sword. There are many Greek stories about Orion. He was the son of Poseidon, god of the seas. In one story, he is chasing 7 sisters, Pleiades. In another, he and his 2 dogs, Canis Major and Canis Minor, are chasing a rabbit. The stories say that Orion was killed by a scorpion. That's why he's on the other side of the sky from Scorpio. He is running away from the scorpion. Even older stories of Orion date back to the Sumerians, who said he was fighting the bull Taurus. The ancient Egyptians said the constellation was god of the underworld. If you map the 3 great pyramids of Giza in Egypt, they match exactly to the same positions as the 3 stars in the belt. In Egypt, the constellation appears directly overhead. The Chinese said the constellation was Fenn, a great warrior. In Australia and New Zealand, the constellation appears upside down compared to how you see it in the northern hemisphere. The Aborigines there said it was a fisherman grilling his fish over a campfire. Those are just some of the stories told throughout time about the constellation we call Orion.
The brightest star is at the foot of Orion. This is Rigel. It is the 7th brightest star in the sky. Rigel is a blue supergiant, almost 800 light-years away from us. It has 85,000 times the luminosity of our sun and is 75 times larger. Rigel is only 10 million years old, and one day will become a red giant like the other bright star in Orion, Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant. It is huge. Betelgeuse is 1,000 times the size of our sun. If Betelgeuse were in our solar system, it would extend out past Jupiter. Betelgeuse is only about 10 million years old. Because of its size, it has evolved very quickly. Sometime in the next million years, it will probably go supernova and explode. When that happens, you will be able to see it here on Earth, even during the day, as it will be as bright as the moon. Before that happens, about 5,000 years from now, Betelgeuse will collide with this dusty wall. The wall of dust may be an interstellar cloud. The bow of Betelgeuse will hit it in 5,000 years, and the star itself will hit it in about 12,500 years. Orion is a great place to aim your scope and go nebula hunting. The most famous nebula in Orion is actually visible with the naked eye. We will get there shortly. But let's start near one of the stars of Orion's belt, Alnitak, the easternmost star of the belt. Here you will find IC 434, the Horsehead Nebula. It is also called Barnard 33. It is a bright emission nebula about 1,500 light-years from us. Right next to the Horsehead is the Flame Nebula, NGC 2024. The Flame Nebula is also an emission nebula and has a magnitude of 2. It is illuminated by the ultraviolet light from Alnitak. It is best seen using low-power magnification eyepieces. M78 is a reflection nebula. It has a magnitude of 8.3, and with a small telescope, you can also make out a couple of stars that the nebula surrounds. In the nebula itself, stars are being born. Orion has many star clusters that are under 10 magnitude. NGC 2169 is an open cluster of magnitude 5.9. NGC 1662 is an open cluster of magnitude 6.4. Consult your star guide for more clusters. Happy hunting! That brings us to the famous Orion Nebula. Looking at Orion with the naked eye, you will see a fuzzy patch south of the belt. It represents Orion's sword. It is designated M42. M42 is the Great Orion Nebula, a diffuse nebula, the birthplace of stars. It is one of the brightest nebulae in the sky with a magnitude of 4. It lays 1,344 light-years away from us. Aim your binoculars or telescope on it, and you will see a fantastic sight. Try using different filters on your eyepiece to bring out different wavelengths and chemicals. In the center of the Orion Nebula, you will find the trapezium. This is a young, tight, open star cluster of magnitude 4. It consists of 8 stars, 4 of which are very bright. Just north of the trapezium, you will find M43, a rich star-forming nebula. It is actually part of the Orion Nebula, but is separated from the main part by a line of interstellar dust, so it appears as a separate object. M43 looks great in any scope, but as you get up to about an 8-inch scope, you begin to see some of the nice, darker features. The Orion Nebula is an area where you can spend many a night. The more you look around here, the more you will see. Try and seek out dark skies in your area, and you will see even more, and witness one of the truly amazing sights of the cosmos.
Now, let's find some planets.
Mercury is visible in the western evening sky until near the end of the month, when it will disappear from view. Venus is also in the western evening sky. You can find it in Capricornus. On January 10th, Venus and Mercury will appear only 0.6 of a degree from each other. Mars will appear big and bright, moving through Aquarius this month, and can be found in the evening sky. Mars will also appear close to another planet, just 0.2 of a degree from Neptune on January 19th. Jupiter will also be impressive this month, and can be found between Cancer and Leo, visible most of the night. Saturn is in Scorpio, and is visible just before sunrise in the east. Uranus can be found in Pisces, and is visible until around midnight. Neptune is in Aquarius, and can be seen in the evening sky. On the 19th, Neptune comes within 0.2 of a degree of Mars. Full moon is January 5th, and new moon is January 20th. So get out and explore Orion. It will be well worth it.
Wow, I say it's going to be worth it. Orion Nebula is incredible.
Till next time, happy stargazing!
Check out our other episodes in Let's Explore Astronomy series at www.tedcookproductions.com/LEA.
You will find all kinds of cool astronomy topics there.